Okay guys, if you're looking to reach level 100 right now in Starfield, here's a handy little XP farm for you. In no time at all, you can reach level 100 and earn as much as 60,000 XP every minute. Now, I've seen a few vids on this, but this way you're about to see adds a few extra techniques and makes it even more optimized. So we're going to go through how to set this up step by step. The idea is to build a bunch of storage containers, set up extractors to continually pump resources into them, then go to sleep. On planets where time is sped up, we only have to sleep for 1 hour to make it so these crates are filled with a ridiculous amount of resources after a single rest. We then use these resources to mass produce adaptive frames. Each time you click the button to make a set of adaptive frames, you'll gain 99 XP, which you can increase further by stacking up some XP boosting items, meaning, as I say, you can use it to level up again and again. This is the definition of work smarter, not harder. It uses the mechanics already in the game, so it's not really a workaround or an exploit, and you can do this on both platforms, so it works on both Xbox. So let's get started. There are a few things we need to do to set up our XP farm. First, you need the Outpost engineering skill. The Outpost engineering skill allows you to construct better Outpost modules and will basically optimize this farm. It is a higher tier science skill, so you will have to spend a total of 8 skill points in the science skill tree before you can learn this. You'll also need to level up power generation and resource extractors. It just makes the whole thing run a whole lot smoother, so go to a research lab and research both of these. All you have to do is get them to level 1. Next, get a ship with at least 2,000 to 3,000 cargo space. Add these manually in the ship builder. Just select the cargo and bolt them on any way you can. We're not going for style points here. We're just going to take all this cargo to our outpost. If you are looking for free ships, by the way, use the guide linked above. You can grab a free ship, use it as a template, then bolt your cargo onto it. The best place to buy resources is at the Jemison Mercantile in New Atlantis. This is located in the commercial district. Your shopping guide here is 30 beryllium, 30 copper, 30 tungsten, 30 adaptive frames, 120 aluminium, 120 iron, and 2 fiber. It sounds a lot, but honestly guys, if you have to do a few errands for a few more credits, do it, because this is going to pay off with thousands of XP very, very shortly. When the vendor runs out of resources, go over to the nearby seating and wait 24 hours for their stock to fully replenish. Now to set up our outpost, and the best place is Andraphon in the Narion system. Andraphon is a moon of the planet Sumati, and it's the perfect place for this XP farm because it's high in iron, aluminium, beryllium, and helium, which is everything we need. Now, here's an important thing you need to do here, and that's build an outpost on a very specific spot. This spot is where aluminium and iron intersect, so zoom in to find where the brown area is closest to the light green area. These two resources belong to their own biome, and you can see biomes on the bottom right corner. The mountain biome contains iron, while the crater biome contains aluminium, or aluminum if you are American. So land at the intersection between these two biomes, and you'll be able to build an outpost that has both iron and aluminium within its borders. But you can make it so there are even more resources within your outpost radius. And you can do that by following the menu in the top left. This menu tells you what resources are under your feet and in range, and it pops up when you whip out an extractor. You don't have to build the extractor yet, just bring it out and keep your eye on the top menu to see a list of resources. And we want to find an area that has 4 resources together. Finding multiple resources in the radius of a single outpost allows you to basically reduce the amount of outposts you'll need. For this one, we're just going to be doing 1, but later on you might want to build a few more and link them all together. It just helps to have more resources in your outpost. But you can get all 4 resources on this outpost if you walk the line between the 2 biomes, so that's mountains and craters. We are now ready to build our outpost. Build your aluminium extractor on a grey area. Build 5 of these and lay them out across the grey area. Now build your 5 iron extractors on the brown area and keep these powered up by building 10 solar arrays. This is found under the power tab. Finally, we go over to the storage tab and choose solid storage. Put 3 of them next to your aluminium extractors and put 3 of them next to your iron extractors. We'll be able to go back and add hundreds of storage crates to these very soon, but this is just to get us started. Now link your extractors to your storage containers so the resources deposit directly into them. To do this, hover over an extractor and press the right trigger. This brings up a red line. Now hover over a storage container and press A. This links them up. But you only need to do this for 1 box. So link every extractor to just 1 box. Now what we have to do is link all your boxes together, which creates an ingenious box system. Just press the right trigger on the first box and press A on the box you want to link it to. Keep pressing to link all your boxes together and repeat this for the other set of storage boxes. The resources will all flow into the first box and then from there they'll all flow into the other boxes, giving us more space for more resources. The next step of this XP farm is to create an industrial bench. Put that right nearby and then make a bed and put that nearby as well. When we sleep in our bed, our resources will automatically flow into these crates without us having to do anything. But here's what makes this a great location to do this in, because not only has this moon got tons of resources we need, but time works differently here. 1 hour of moon time is 6 hours in universal time. Time goes by 6 times faster on Andraphon, meaning you'll get 6 times the amount of resources flowing into your storage. Go to sleep 24 hours and really you'll have gone to sleep for 124 hours. So you'll wake up and have loads of aluminium and iron. But we're not done here. We're going to reinvest everything we've just made. So use all the resources you've made to build more storage, again linking up your newly made storage containers by hitting A to share the resources between them. But where does the XP part of this farm come in? Well, we're about to do that, so go to sleep again for 24 hours and when you wake up you'll again have tons of resources. These are going to be used to craft adaptive frames. Each frame you make generates 1 XP, so if you craft a maximum of 99, you'll get 99 XP. If you remember the iron dagger trick in Skyrim, which is where you headed to a blacksmith, crafted iron daggers over and over again to level up your skills, this is basically that, but in space. The fastest way on controller to make frames is tapping RB as fast as possible, making 99 frames each time. But we can optimize this a few ways to get even more XP. First, make things slightly easier on your fingers by rebinding your controls. Head into the controller app on Xbox and rebind the RB button to the B button so you can spam B instead of spamming RB, which is a bit easier on the fingers. On PC, try using your number pad. So map your mouse click to a number on your keyboard. Press this number over and over again to make your adaptive frames and save having to click the mouse. In terms of raising the amount of XP you're getting, we can stack up XP bonuses, the easiest of which is the sleep bonus. Just sleep in a bed for 1 hour to get the well rested perk, which raises XP by 10% for 25 minutes. And over the course of this XP farm, that's going to be massive. Next, eat one of these food items for a 2% extra experience boost. These are alien tea, which gives you plus 2% for 15 minutes, shepherd's pie to get plus 2% XP for 60 minutes, and grandma's meatloaf for plus 2% XP for 120 minutes, which is the best of all. These effects don't stack with each other, so you do have to pick one of these foods to eat, but they do stack with the sleep bonus. So that's plus 12% extra XP there. And we can boost that up to 17% extra XP by sleeping with one of our companions. But this only works if you've successfully romanced them. After you enter a romance with a companion and they wake up in a bed you've slept in, you get a 15% XP boost called emotional security, and this lasts for 24 minutes. But it is instead of the well rested perk, so this replaces that perk. So you'll either get the emotional security perk for 15% or the well rested perk for 10%. They do not stack, but again they do stack with the food perks. Roughly with all this going on, it's about 1,500 XP every minute or so, which is a crazy amount of XP. It means you'll get to level 100 in roughly 5 hours. Now we're going to just repeat this process over and over again, so make as many adaptive frames as you can, sleep sleep to refill your resources, and repeat. The frames themselves aren't really that useful. I mean, you can sell them, but it is a hassle, so don't worry about just leaving them. We're more interested in the XP here. This is an XP farm. You might occasionally run into pirates who will attack your outpost and potentially damage your stuff, but you can assign crew to your outpost by building a crew station. Use the outpost builder, put a crew station down, and you can assign crew by opening up your menu, hitting bottom left to open the ship menu, then hitting Y to open up the crew tab. Now assign a crew member to your outpost and they'll fend off pirates for you. If you find a crew member with the outpost management trait, they'll even speed up your resource generation. You can find loads of new crew members to hire in the Astral Lounge on Neon and also at Red Mile. Lynn is a great example of a crew member with the outpost management trait, so she is a great person to assign to this outpost. Another way you can make this outpost XP farm even better is by upgrading the size of your containers. Do this by using the upgrade outpost skill, which enables you to keep more resources in your containers. That is a really helpful tip there. Now, if you wanted to get really out there, someone recommended setting up some voice recognition software, so all you have to do is say a command and your game will produce frames every time you say this command, which makes it so you don't even have to click any buttons at all. So hey, I might give that a go in the next video. And lastly, a little tip that might be my favorite of the bunch. Here's how you can take advantage of the weird time difference on Venus to completely fill your storage containers. Now, Venus is great time-wise because 1 hour here equals 100 hours of universal time, which multiplies your resource accumulation, in other words, by 100. So travel to Venus, get out of your pilot seat, sit on another unoccupied seat in your ship, and rest. The effect of Venus's weird time is active here, and you'll see that 24 hours on Venus is equal to this in universal time. In other words, 1 hour here is basically 4 days long. Resting for 24 hours on Venus will fill every container you have. You could build an outpost on Venus so you don't have to keep flying back there to sleep, but it does require you to have the planetary habitation skill. This enables you to build outposts on planets with extreme pressure, which Venus has. Although planetary habitation is a tier 4 science skill, so it's not something most players will have access to. But if you did want a Venus outpost, you will need planetary habitation. For now though, this Andraphon outpost is just fine in getting us a bunch of XP very quickly in Starfield. Let me know how you get on with that, guys, down in the comments, but thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, do leave a like, and for more, subscribe to the channel.